Now let's find the simple interest. The principal is $5,000, the rate is 6%, and the time is 2 years. The time is normally in years. Simple interest is equals to principal times rate times time all over 100. Let's put in all the information that we can get from the question. Our principal is $5,000, 5,000 times what is the rate? The rate is 6%, times what is the time in years? We have 2 all over 100. So we have trailing 0, trailing 0, another trailing 0, trailing 0. So what do we have next? It becomes, we have 50 times 6 times 2, and all together that gives us how much? That gives us what? $600.
Please subscribe.
And that's what? That gives us B. Find the principal. The simple interest is $900, the rate is 5%, and the time in years is 3 years. Now find the principal. To find that, first of all, we need to write our formula. Simple interest is equals to principal times rate times time all over 100. Now let us put all the information we know into the equation. The simple interest here is 900 and is equal to, the principal is what we are looking for, so we just represent it with P, times what is the rate? The rate is 5%, and the what? And the time in years is what? 3 all over 100. Now, it is P we are looking for, which is the unknown. To bring it to the left hand side, because the unknown has to go to the left hand side, what? We cross multiply. So it will become 900 times 100, and the whole of this multiplied by 1. So this becomes P times 5 times 3 is equals to 900 times 100. So we divide both sides by the whole of this. So this becomes P is equals to 900 times 100 all over 5 times 3. So now let us try to simplify this to get the value of our principal. So we have 5 here 1, 5 in 100 is 20, then 3 here 1, 3 in 9 is 300. So we now have 300 times 20, and that gives us what? $6,000.
Please subscribe.
$6,000 as our final answer, which is what? Which is B. In this particular question, the principal is $4,000, the simple interest is $800, and the time is 4 years. We are now trying to find the rate in percentage. To solve this, simple interest is equals to principal times rate times time all over 100. Now let us fill in the information from the question, and that gives us what? Our principal is $4,000, 4,000. Rate is what we are looking for, times what is the time in years, and that is 4 all over 100. So our simple interest is 800. Mind you, 800 is equal to. So to bring this unknown R to the left hand side, what do? We cross multiply. So 800 times 100, and the whole of this multiplied by 1. So what do we have? We have 4,000 times R times 4 is equals to 800 times 100. So to take all the known to this side and leave the unknown at this side, what do? We take it like this. We divide both sides by 4,000 times 4. So we now have R equals to 800 times 100 all over 4,000 times 4. Trailing 0, trailing 0, trailing 0, trailing 0, trailing 0, trailing 0. So 4 year 1, 4 year 2. 2 year 1, 2 year 2. So what do we have? We now have 10 all over 2 left. So 2 year 1, 2 in 10 is equals to what? 5% as our final answer, which is what? B. Find the time or the duration the money was borrowed. Here the principal is $2,500, the rate is 8% at a simple interest of the simple interest is $600. Now let's calculate the time. First of all, we write the simple interest formula. Simple interest is equals to principal times rate times time all over 100. So here we have the simple interest to be from the question. The simple interest equals to $600 equals to, what is the principal? The principal is $2,500 times, what is the rate? The rate is 8 from here, 8%, times the time is what we are looking for, divided by 100. So to get this unknown to this side, what do? We cross multiply. What do we have? The whole of this multiplying by 1 will give us 2500 times 8 times t, being equals to 600 times 100. So to move the whole of the unknown, make sure so this becomes t equals to 600 times 100 all over 2500 times 8. The whole of this, the known, comes under. So let's remove all the trailing zeros. Trailing 0, trailing 0, trailing 0, trailing 0. 25 year 1, 25 in 100 is what? 4. 4 year 1, 4 year 2. 2 year 1, 2 in 6 is 3. So our final time becomes what? 3 years. That's our
Please
final
subscribe.
answer, which is what? B. Find the total amount to pay back. We all know that the total amount is equals to the principal plus the interest, or the simple interest. So we need to calculate the simple interest first. The simple interest, or I, is equals to principal times rate times time all over what? 100. So what is the principal? The principal is what? $9,000. 9,000 times, what is the rate? 3 times time, that is 5 years, divided by what? 100. Let's remove the trailing 0, trailing 0, trailing 0, trailing 0. So we are left with 90 times 3 times 5, and that gives us $1,350 as our interest. So therefore the total amount will be equals to, what is the principal? The principal is $9,000 plus $1,350, and that gives us what? And that gives us $10,350 as our final answer.
Please
so the total amount is
subscribe.
going to pay back after the 5-year period is $10,350, which is what? B. Now that we've done all these examples, now try to solve this home task and write your answers in the comment section. The answer to this home task is somewhere within this video. Just check it out after you solve your own. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next class. Thank you.